quick introduction. So she had introduced me. Uh, Today we will go through this workshop, and that is related to cyber security and information hiding, and specific field which is steganography. We will discuss and we will do some practical exercises in the second session. So first of all, I welcome all of you on behalf of Cyber Security Club. So I think we should start. Are you listening me, everybody? So please confirm me that my voice is clear and my screen is being seen by everybody. Is it okay? So some messages are there. Yes, okay. So let's start quickly without wasting the time. So a lot of people are being coming. So this is my first slide, being introduction with the department, and this is my presentation outline for the first session. So first we'll go through the introduction that will cover up the basics, fundamentals, then model for steganography, history and goals. Second part will be about the techniques of steganography, and these techniques will be discussed. So I have summarized and made the compact things, and then we will discuss the digital steganography and network steganography. And finally, some tools and analysis will be discussed in the first session. In second session, we will do 4 exercises, practical exercises. You may have seen the agenda which was shared. So anyhow, these are the books by Frank Weiss and the other resources. By the help of that, I have prepared these slides and this workshop, and through different courses and tutorials. So these are different references. At the bottom, there is a document link, a shared document, in which I have put all the installation steps in detail and all the practical exercises, the steps for the novice users. So let's start. What is steganography? Basically, steganography means hidden in a plain text or object. Techniques for hiding the secret data. So just a minute, I have to add one software. So I just highlight it. Okay. So this is the steganography techniques for secret data within the ordinary non-secret files or messages, and it belongs to information hiding, which is a broad field. Information hiding is a branch of computer science that deals with the concealing the existence of a message. So it is related to cryptography, where intent is to render messages unreadable except by the intended recipients. We hide the message, and only the recipients to whom we are sending, he or she can read the actual data. So basically, steganography is the art and science of embedding secret messages in cover message in such a way that no one apart from the sender and intended recipient suspects that existence of the message. We send the message, we hide the message within some digital tools, digital data, and throughout communication channel or sender receiver channel, nobody have doubt that there is some hidden message. A receiver has some techniques. Through that, receiver can read the specific message. So information hiding has different subsections and different technologies, different science domains, digital signal processing with audio, messages, and videos. Then cryptography is related to that technology. Information theory, coding theory, it is related and it is being devised by that. And data compression is another thing, and human visual auditory perception. So these are the technologies related to the science domains of digital information hiding. And there are sub-disciplines. We have steganography, which is hiding the message under some data. Watermarking, we put the watermarks in order to confirm or show digital validation. There are covert channels. The covert channels are the communication paths that were designed to transfer the information. And there are anonymity, in which nobody knows who is sending the message, concealing the sender as well as the receiver. So these are the section or sub-disciplines of information hiding. Now we have other classes of information hiding. So we can covert channels, as I have told, that covert channels are communication paths that were designed to intend transfer of information. Steganography is the hiding the data within the other data. Next is the anonymity. Anonymity is about the concealing the sender and receiver messages. Both are hidden. Protocol copyrights. So copyright making has additional requirement for robustness against the possible attacks for data change. And then protocol obfuscation. This is, we have the protocol, and that is communicating protocol, and that hides the other clients and servers. So within the protocol, there is some hidden data during transmission from client to server. Then steganography has further branches: linguistic steganography and technical steganography. So linguistics is related to some language, and technical is related to some expertise, IT expertise. Then copyright making has robust copyright making, and another is fragile watermarking. So fragile watermarking are destroyed as soon as the object is modified too much, while the robust copyright marking that is watermarking algorithm that restricts the modifying watermarks. It is often used in ownership protection. So it has also sub branches: fingerprinting, that is also called labels by the authors, are like hidden serial numbers to identify breakage of license. And watermarking itself, watermarking tells us who is owner of the object. The similar fashion, watermarking is also divided into two different fields: impression and imperceptible watermarking, that is invisible or unseen watermarks. And there is visible watermarks that can be seen on the document or the digital data. So furthermore, why we hide the information question arises. So these are the reasons: blocking resistance, improving confidentiality by hiding existence of the message, prove ownership of digital media, fingerprint media for traceback, forensic due to redundant, unnecessary use bits or release data or media, making changes in the media. The redundant and unused data can be cast off to hide some digital information. So these are various reasons why we hide the information. Next is steganography. The basics of this word is steganos. This is a Greek word, and this means secret, and graphy means writing. So we have some data in form of text, in form of image, in form of audio or video or protocol. So this is carrier that carries the information, and then there is a text, image or video or protocol, which is the actual secret data. So carrier data carries the information of actual messages, and that can be sent there. So there are two steps. First, we hide the information, and secondly, we unhide or extract the data. So hiding the information, and extracting the data, we can have these two steps. And now we discuss the basic terminologies which are used in steganography. So first is the stego key, then stego message, stego object, and cover object. So key is the Stego key, which is used to encrypt as a password or a secret key. So various names are there: Stego key or secret key or simple key. File that carries the information, this is called Stego object. And data which is to be hidden is called Stego message. Next is the data which is received and sent through the carrier or through the channel or some communication media. This is called Stego message, which is embedded within some carrier or some communication channel. So this is called the cover objects. So we have the key. Key is optional. Sometimes we use the key and sometimes we do not use the key. So main hidden information is the secret message or secret data which we want to send, and that is carried by a Stego object, which is called the carrier. And when these two things are mixed up, we say that there is a data which is called the cover object. So this is the cover object which carries, and cover object is being transferred. So one example, simple example is that a string word is big. So if we say A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and so on, and for a space K, we can make this change like concealing 23, 15, 18, 12, some numbers, and K for the space. So this is WORLLD, and then K, and then we can write is big. So this is the second word we can embed with the numbers. This is one simple. On telephone we can say, or on the other medium we can write this number, and we know the codes for every alphabet there is a number, and then the other person can decode. This is sometimes looking like the cryptography. So now KAU is top level UNIC. So we can code it according to this. So for K, we can have 9 and 1, and for U, we can have 25 or 23, sorry, or 22. So we can make this. Can you decode this? I think everybody is able to decode this message using numbers. Is that clear? Okay, so I go to the next. Another example, KAU is 143 by QS times. So if we decode, so what about the numbers? Maybe ABC or Arabic text. So we can decode this message simply by using the numbers instead of letters. So this is very easy, and we can also use these coding with the Arabic letters or any other language letters. Now I discussed the simple steganography model. So simple model has a cover file and a secret message denoted by M. Cover file is denoted by X, and then we applied a steganographic encoder or some tool or some software that will make a function using M and X. And there is a key which is optional. Sometimes we use the key and sometimes we do not use the key. So key is just like a password or code or detecting information or credentials. So that makes an Stego object, and a Stego object is sent. During the communication channel, nobody realizes what data is hidden within some other data. So he will see or she will see just the data, and that Stego object is received. Then decoder is applied to remove the information, decoding, and the secret message is revealed. So we will do this practically in the second session. So we will use some simple exercises. Now, simple steganography model, for example, there is a secret image, and behind this image, classes will be at 8 AM at FCIT. This message is hidden. So this message is, there is a cover image, and I have taken this cover image, for example, KAU logo, and encoder encodes these two. So Stego image will be looking like the cover image. And there is some hidden information, which is about the class. And this image is sent, and there may be some key to encode and decode. like we have in cryptography. And then after decoding that, the original image is separated and secret message is separated at the receiver side. So this is simple model. So sometimes we use the encryption algorithm to produce the key, and like in cryptographic, we make the simple message as a cipher message, and this cipher message is applied the Stego key and cover file. So message is simple coming from the sender, and we have encryption algorithm to make it ciphertext. So those people who know about cybersecurity or basics of cybersecurity, they know very well encryption algorithm and ciphertext. And then Stego key is applied, cover file is applied, then Stego object is there that is sent through communication channel, and the reverse operations are done at the receiver side. Stego key is applied to make the ciphertext, and from ciphertext, key decryption algorithm is applied with the key to reveal the message to the receiver. So this is model with the encryption. But most of the times, encryptions are required, and for simplicity, for simple messages, you just can send with the Stego object only. Now there is a difference between stegography, cryptography, and watermarking. People mix up between these things. That cryptography is protecting message by encrypted data and unreadable data. Data is not hidden. We hide the data we convert the form of the data. In steganography, we have the cover text, we have the stego text or stego object, and valuable information is there, and that is independent of each other. So in watermarking, establishing information is there, and unauthorized use for imperceptible usage is restricted, that nobody can use the document without the permission, and there should be a proper signature and proper validity. So these are three related fields, but have minor differences. So there are attackers who do attack the object use watermarking, remove the watermark without distorting the cover text, or modifying the cover text without distorting the watermark. This is the object of attackers, to reveal the information through watermark to make it for some others information. In steganography, the attacker tend to detect the hidden message and presence of the hidden message and try to extract it. So perspective for attacker is different for watermarking and for steganography. Now I will go through with history of the steganography. So it was started in ancient Greece, and that was present in the books of ancient Greece in earlier stages, few centuries ago. A Greek, and secondly, a Greek shaved the head of a slave and wrote the message, and then waited to grow the hair in ancient Greek. And then when the hair was grown, he was sent to the destination. And at the receiver, they again shaved that person, that slave. In Rome in 1499, steganographic, this was the first book published for the steganography. And this book has concept of hiding the information. So in terms of individual ink, there was also things written by individual inks. And prior to Civil War, quilts were sewn with the special patterns to tell the escaping slaves which direction to go or what to do. In the similar fashion, in World War II, steganography was used. A message was sent through the cable, suspecting a hidden message, meaning the message was father is dead, but the sensor changed it as father is deceased. So there was a concept that there is something wrong and there is some hidden information. So they investigated whether the father is deceased or dead. And in the similar fashion, in World War II, there was microcodes designed by the German war firms. And during World War II, chess was used, and that was banned mail was banned, crossword puzzles were examined, stamps were removed and replaced by the equal values. In 1980s, there are some Margaret Thatcher's cabinet documents were leaked in the press. She ordered that the word processing being used by the government employees encode their identity and word spacing documents. So the order was given by the government that they must sign the document and the document owner should write these things. Then digital steganography in modern world developed as internet growth, lot of techniques have been done or evolved through the time. So now today is the era of digital steganography. So this is short history. And now I discuss the goals of this area. So primary goal of digital steganography is to hide the data within some other data such that the hidden data cannot be detected even if it is being sought or being inquired or being calculated. So it should not be detected by the unknown person or unauthenticated person. Secondary goals are prevent extraction from the cover file without destroying the cover. Prevent destruction of the stego message without destroying the cover. So these are two goals. Now I discuss the techniques, the second portion of my presentation. So first session, so there are various techniques, common hiding techniques, hidden the new header footer section of the file or the document. Append to a file, this is another technique. We can append some data within the file. Algorithm or technique to disperse the hidden message all over the file. So the most popular technique is LSB method, which is least significant bit. So modification in a least significant bit is done through a secret message. And there are other techniques too. So we can discuss that type of steganography are technical, linguistic, and digital. Technical applies to scientific methods to conceal the secret messages. Linguistic uses the written natural languages. And digital is developed with the advent of computers, implies computer files and digital multimedia. So hiding a message inside a text, images, audio files, video files, executable programs, and graphics, digital events, softwares. By timing, we can hide the information by different softwares, and by network traffic, digital steganography is being applied. Within the channel, they hide the information. Then we have different techniques again. The art of hiding data in a file so that the only sender and intended recipient suspect the presence of the hidden data. A form of security through obscurity. So very easy to accomplish, harder to detect and decrypt. So we have different file formats like BMP, JPG, and other audio and video files. So we have vessel image, and we can send and embed the confidential information into the stego image. So we can hide the information inside the text. This is partially effective. For example, there is a message in front of your screen. So this message is written and some of the letters are capitalized, which have simple information. So this is, you can see that the capital letters, if we read, this will be making meat at the front of the trap. So a long message is sent. So this is very trivial, but this is very easy to detect. So then hiding message inside the text have different things like first letter algorithm, every nth character. So in first letter algorithm, first letter of every data item or every microcode or every digital information is changed. Nth character in the text, nth character is changed. For example, we say that every fourth character is replaced by some character which is changed by some number or some algorithm. Then altering the amount of white spaces. So white spaces, number of white spaces are being changed to change the meaning of the words. using publicly available cover source. So there are some sources that can be utilized to apply on the text. So message inside the images, this is another way. The most popular medium, LSB, least significant bit method, is used for modification. So 24-bit is there and 8-bit images are there. There are tools to implement LSB like EasyStago and X tools. There are masking and filtering. We apply a certain mask within the images and we can filter, apply different filters which read the image pixel by pixel or point by point, and we apply some certain filter to hide the information. And there are algorithms and transformations available. Those who are expert of image processing, they know various methods for transformation and various algorithms for changing the image data. Hiding an image within an image, this is another way. Removing all but 2 least significant bits of each color component produces an almost completely black image. Making that image 85 times brighter produces the image blue. So these are simple images taken from Wikipedia, which are changed. Some bits are changed and some images are embedded within these images, but the user cannot observe or detect these images which are hidden. In the similar fashion, audio or video files are used to hide the information because the limitation of audible frequency is 20 hertz or 20,000 hertz or 20 megahertz. So we can change the frequency and to utilize to send the information. Large amount of data can be hidden inside the audio files or video files. So this is hard to recognize because of the continuous flow of information. In moving stream, images and sounds can be embedded. Then there are other techniques like color perception. So changing the LSB of red value by 1 in 20-bit 4-bit color. So it is undetectable by human eye. So Nokia 808 PureView have 41 megapixel camera phone. And if we change 3 pixels per byte, so that is 13.66 megabits and data can be hidden. You can see these 2 images on left and right, but you cannot detect on the first instance that one of the bit is changed. So this is being revealed, but if you show the color, nobody can reveal that or nobody can see which bit is changed. Then there is another method which is called secure color selection. So it is very complex technique. The cyber criminals compare the blocks of the carrier image to the blocks of their specific malware. If an image with the same blocks as the malware is found, it is chosen as the candidate to carry the malware. The identical malware blocks are then carefully filtered into the carrier image. So resulting image is identical to the original image. And the worst part is that the image is not flagged as a threat by detection software and applications. So this is how cover selection is done. Then JPG encoding, JPEG encoding and decoding process. So this is the formulation that the image splits into blocks and forward discrete continuous transform is applied, then quantization is applied, and then entropy encoding is done. So resultant is encoded JPEG image. So those who work with digital signal processing or with images, they know what is, and also electrical engineers and communication engineers, forward discrete cosine transform, quantization, entropy encoding. These are the different algorithms. These are applied to change the data or apply some secret data within the image. And then decoding process is reverse. Image is received, entropy encoding is there, dequantization is there, then reverse discrete cosine transform is applied to recover the information blocks. So this is looking like that in 3D. So we have continuous transform, x-axis and y-axis, and the data is changed, and their colors are showing the momentum of change data. So network steganography, this is another way modified network packets header or payload. Within the header or within the payload, some information is embedded. In TCP/IP networks, unused bits in IP and TCP header may be used. There are some unused bits. Those who work for physical layer, they know that there are some specific length and some redundant data is being applied. Packet best length steganography is there. So manipulation of MTU, that is maximum transmission unit, which is being transmitted. VoIP, voice over internet protocol. So loss audio packet steganography method, that is called LAC, that is applied in the VoIP. Transmitter intentionally delays packets by an excessive amount of time. Payload of these lost packets contains the secret information. So this is how the LAC is applied within VoIP. And then it is related to ethical hacking. So these are just but a few methods by which black hat hackers frustrate ethical hacker using steganography. For ethical hacking, we know that there is white hat hacker, black hat hacker, and gray hat hacker. So steganography allows attackers to operate in a stealth mode while conducting a serious attack. Most of these attacks are zero-day exploit, which gives threat hunters sleepless night. So some preventive measures against the steganography include the deployment of security patches, updating software, and educating end users. So certified ethical hacker receiving ethical hacking training will equip with the knowledge and skill to learn how the adversaries are breaking into the networks and wrecking the havoc. So we can do the, so once professionally trained, the CEH, which is certified ethical hacker, gets the certification and he has the license to cover up or check different organizations with the loopholes. This will equip the person over 340 attacks technologies that are commonly used by the black hat hacker and white hat hackers. Now, stack analysis is the process of checking whether the data is hidden or not. So out of discovering covert messages and rendering useless. So stack analysis involves analysis of the carrier file. Simpler steganographic techniques produce some discernible change in the file size, statics, or both. So these changes can be manifested themselves in color variation, loss of resolution, or other distortion that are visible to the human eye. This form of detection requires that you know what the original carrier image is or file should look like. So many algorithms perform statistical analysis to detect the anomalies in the cover object. Repetitive patterns could be indicated, use of steganography tool, or hidden message. Investigating pixel neighborhood to find the inconsistencies with the ways files are compressed. So there are detection methods, which are anomaly, histogram analysis, statistical attack, change in file properties, audible. Visually, we can detect that some audible file or visual file has been changed, or so there is some secret message. There are signatures, a pattern consists with the program use. So problems, there are still some problems with detecting steganography while applying the stack analysis. So impractical to actively scan all internet content for steganography. For example, you know that some images change or some data, some information is coming and it is having the hidden message. So you cannot trace whole internet or scan a large amount of data in order to detect the message. Data is likely encrypted, so it is difficult to recover it or detect it. Data can be hidden in certain parts of the image or scattered based on a random sheet. Messages can be hidden in chains of files. So these chains are separately maintained. So it is very much difficult to detect where the data is hidden. So can be hidden in several files using different techniques for each. And it is a time consuming job if you have some message or some file or some image or some video, and you try to overcome or detect the data from that. So it's the time consuming. So that's why it's very difficult. So you have you don't know which algorithm is applied for hiding the information, what was the pattern, how hidden information is there, and in which part of a file the information is there. So technically it is difficult, but there are some statistical analysis by which one can detect that steganography is applied. Now there are possible use that it is used to combine explanatory information like X-rays and doctor notations, embedding audio image data, collision occurs, poor connections should be there, peer-to-peer, private communication, posting secret communication on the web to avoid the transmission, copyright protection, maintenance, anonymity, and individual organization storing sensitive information, and carriers, layered encryption, and decoy data, digital watermarking to verify intellectual ownership or authenticity. So these are possible uses of steganography, but not limited to them. So that can be more and more, and we can have more data over there, or more techniques are available. So we have still time to pray. Now, application are watermarking versus steganography. We have discussed that fingerprinting, printing, and privacy tracking is there. Authenticity is used in watermarking, which is proof of ownership, and data augmentation, add metadata. So some information about the data, that is metadata. There should be integrity with tamper detection. So these are the reasons of watermarking. And in steganography, we have stealth communication messages. Watermarking typically needs lesser data capacity. So there are still some drawbacks which are for the steganography. So could accidentally degrade or render an image misleading, could counterattack and be counterproductive with the original image, doesn't hide the fact that an email was sent, negating the purpose of secret communication. So this may happen with the steganography, that the original thing which should be hidden or original purpose can be that. So someone else with the steganography detection and cracking tool could expose the message. A form of this already exists called digital watermarking, but required use of separate hardware tools because steganographic software can't use separate hardware tools. So steganographic software also can't protect the watermark. Easier to open the free web-based email or use clogged email. Better to understand and effectively use standardized encryption. So these are some drawbacks which is with the steganography field. Now, there are a lot of tools which are available on the web for steganography. So more than 100 tools are cited on the reference website, which is on your screen. So this counts and compares different tools, and rating is produced on the website which steganography tool has more potential, what are their merits and demerits. So there are some competition between the tools, and they provide different features. So I discussed few of them which are very popular. Hide 4PGP, this is for hidden. MP3 Stego, Touch, Stegonas, S-Tools, and open source steganography tools, which is OpenPuff and S-Tools. These are very denser tools and have been developed and have various features. So it's, I am hearing the azan. So there are other tools. Stegonas, Stake Hide as tools, JP Hide, Invisible Secrets, Hiderman, Camouflage, and many others. So, Dr. Ahmed, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
Doctor.
So I am hearing the azan.
Yes.
Should we have a break for the prayer?
Okay, when should we be back?
So what do you say? It's azan, after 10 minutes, there will be salah.
Yes, so shall we break for, let's say, half an hour?
It will be too much. I think 20 to 25 minutes are okay.
Okay, let's say 25 minutes.
And just we have 2 slides in the first session, 2-3 slides left. Okay, I will cover after the salah, and then we will continue for the second session.
Okay, after, okay, thank you.
So this is just a minute. Let me show you azan is going on. I go for this. So 20 minutes or 25 minutes?
Let's say 25 minutes.
Okay. So I will make it 25 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay. Five minutes. So should we resume our session on the same thing? So everybody is okay. We had plenty of time for prayer and break. So should I continue? Hello. I'm not getting any answer. Yes, please. Okay. Doctor says on the message. So before Maghrib prayer, I was very quick and very fast. So in order to cover the things before Maghrib first session, but I couldn't. So anyhow, I will now make my pace a bit slow because we have 2 hours more, so we can easily cover. So we were discussing, we discussed the basics of steganography, the area, foundations, techniques, history. Now we have more steganography software. So Easy Stego is Java-based tool for GIF and PICT. GIF it up, a Stego program for Windows, hide and seek, that is available on Linux also. So JPEG, JSTEG, and can hide the JPEG, MP3 Stego for audio steganography, or from University of Cambridge, can hide data inside MP3 sound files, Stegonas, documents. This is DAMCOM Frankfurt, Germany. So encrypts files and then hides with BMP, DIP, WARC, WAV file, or ASCII, and HTML. So a lot of softwares are there. So there are references. So in previous slide, I have cited this link, which have covered more than 100 of softwares for steganography. So anyhow, you can choose. Some have various functions, some have the programming options. So these are the softwares available. Now, feature of steganography, most important use I have of steganography techniques will probably lie in the field of digital watermarking. So might become limited under laws of government. Governments claim that criminal use steganography to communicate. So there are some legitimate. So there is a message in Arabic, Mumkin Rapid Tahzir. So I don't understand the meaning. So anyhow, we can move that. So this is summary of first session, that steganography is the technique of hiding secret data within ordinary non-secret file or message in order to avoid detection. The secret data is then extracted at its destination. The concept of message hiding is not new. It has been around centuries. Steganography belongs to the information hiding. There are four primary sub-disciplines of information hiding: steganography, watermarking, covert channels, and anonymity. Cryptography, steganography, and watermarking are three different and related techniques. We have a stego key, which is optionally used, stego message, which is to be hidden, stego object, which carries or hides this message under it, and the cover object. So these are four fundamental terminologies. So steganography can be applied in numerous media like text, image, videos, software, and network traffic. There are a wide variety of applications, advantages and drawbacks of steganography. Stag analysis is the art of discovering and rendering the useless such covert messages. And steganography software and tools are more than 100, having different methods. So this is the summary of the first session. So if anybody has any question related to first session, he or she can ask. Otherwise, we can go for the second session immediately. So if you have any question, up to now, this is the summary of the first session only. For second session, we will take after second section the question answer sessions. So still, if anything is confusion or conflicting, you can ask, or anybody ask through this message or audio. So it's very clear. Okay, one of the message I read. So should I start the second session? Hello, Dr. Iman, can you permit me to start the second session?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, so I go for the second session. So this is before second session, I can show you the agenda file, which is uploaded already. That this was our agenda, and this was just that we are before the time. We have finished at 6:14. So this is, no, this is not our agenda. This is agenda of, this is our agenda, that we have more prayer break, and then we are starting the second session. In second section, we have the exercises. First exercise will be hiding of the data using any of the zipping software of your choice. So I have given the link of the zipping software you may have in your system. Second exercise will be data hiding with white space steganography, which is SNO, and we will discuss. The link is over there. So I think this was already shared, and you people may have downloaded this. And the third exercise will be image steganography with OpenStago software. The fourth will be quick crypto. So that will be used. So these are the links of the software, which was already provided to all of you. Now coming to the session 2. So I have changed my mouse pointer so that you can easily look where I am talking. So this is second session. Practical steganography is hands-on. So we will do some primitive exercises in this session. The outline will be exercise 1, which is hiding text within an image file without any tool. Only a zipping software is required. Second activity or exercise will be data hiding using white space Snow. And the third exercise will be using OpenStego. And the fourth will be image steganography using Quick Crypto. These are very fundamental exercises, but we can do a lot of exercise, but we require a more lengthy session. So anyhow, these all slides for these exercises have been prepared using GitHub, DarkSide, SourceForge, and Quick Crypto. And for downloading of these software and installation steps, I have uploaded on a shared drive. This is the link. So for example, if this link opens, so maybe I copy this. Okay. Yes, wait a minute. So I copy this link and come to my browser. So if I put in the browser, so this is downloading steps for each of the software. The images are there. So this file we can refer for downloading. Anyhow, so we go for our session. This is the first session. This is the second session. So this link is available and shared to you. And here you can find all the detailed steps.
Sorry, Doctor, for interruption. Can you post the link in the chat?
Okay. The chat here, I can copy it and I think I have shared it. Okay. So this link I have put, this have the detail for, because we have provided already the links of the software. So I hope that most of you have downloaded those, but if not downloaded, you can use this link. The steps are written and screens are shown over there. So I will show you as soon as they are required. So now first we go to recap of steganography. It's technique of hiding information. And simplest form is the text. So text can be concealed, called the embedded data. So inconus medium such as text, image, audio, or video file, so which is used to hide the embedded data is called the cover. So the embedded data is the secret information which we want to hide, and the under which we are hiding, that is called the cover. Key, which is optional, we have already discussed. Embedding process is called the stego key or simple key. So this is sometimes we use for more security option, security layer, or sometimes we do not use for simplicity. The simplest method of an applied steganography is to hide the text within an image file without any tool. So without any tool, you can do that. So only a zip compression file is required. So the simplest way of steganography, this is our first exercise. So we will hide a secret message within an image without any tool. Only compression utility or zip program is required for compress the file. So required is an image file, a text file, and a zip compression utility like WinZip or WinRAR or any other. So this exercise we start, we create a new folder. Let me go on the desktop. I just create a new folder and I name this new folder as Stegano. So this folder is here and this is empty folder. And then what the next I should do, that I copy an image file and a text file. So here I go on the internet and go on browser, and I write here KEU and go in the images. So this is KEU image, logo image. I copy this image or download, or I have this image already on the desktop. So on desktop, in all data, I think I have this image. So yes, this is, I copy this image and come in my folder, which is Stagano. I right now created, I pass this image over here. Let's see what is inside. This is the logo of our university. Okay, now I create a text file. I right click over here and just create a text document and name this text document as secret MSG. So automatically and here I write my secret information. It is opened in Notepad or any attending software. So let's say I write my secret code is 00711122333 and so on, and my account number is BLDC 2345678, any secret information I write in this a text file which I want to hide, and I save it. So I can see that there are two files in this folder, Stagano and KU image. So again, coming to our step, that AU JPG is there and secret message.txt is there. Now writing secret message, we have written my code is this one, some information we have written in the file and accessing the folder prompt, and then we make the zip of our secret message. So I go over here. So this is my folder. I right click here and choose, I created this as a zip file. So then I go in the command prompt, and in command prompt, I go to the administrator on desktop and see what is here. Yes, Stagano is there. I go in the directory where these files are. Stagano. Okay. So we can see that we have only two files over here, three files. One is KU JPG, another is secret message in zip format, another is secret message in the text format. Now I apply this. I have done this. So I will use the following command. This is operating system command, copy /b KU JPG, which is the name of this file, and secret message.rar. I will add them as a copy command, and I will show the destination file. So I go here and should close this. So this is the copy command. I'm just copying from here in order to save the time. So I go in DOS form and I copy this one. Copy /b KU JPG plus secret message, and resultant document is KU secret. So this is the file, and this file has been created. So we can verify in the folder, see that this KU stag is being present over here in result of this command. So what is this command? Let's analyze this. That I have put this command, copy command. So this is my cover file, and this is my data file, which is having the secret message, and this is Stego objects. So .rar is Stego message, and KUG is the cover file. JPG, creating KUG stake. This is JPG. This is my result file, and /b option is for the binary. So we have the Stego file and cover file, and then resultant Stego objects. So resultant file is the Stego object. So now checking and keeping the hidden data, whether data is hidden or not. So we come in the folder, we see that this is the Stego object. I double click it. So it is open. Now it is not showing any data, only the same image is there. So if KU, I open KU, it is the same image, and this file, which is KU stack, which is created in result of this command, this also have the same image without showing the secret data. So this is how we added this. We can send this image to the our colleague or other end. So he will just see in the communication path, this image will be shown only that this is just logo or image. You can use any image. And the third party or intruder cannot detect what is hidden information. When this is received, we will tell the recipient that we have the hidden data within this file, and you can uncover it with the DOS command, which is operating system command. So now this is the information. See, so we have this information. We have all three files. We have a Stego message, cover file, and a Stego object, and that is created. And we chat that while we are opening this, no hidden information is shown. Now the next step is to unhide the information. When recipient get this image, how he can verify. So now we open the zip program and we check this Stego object, and we open and we verify this. So I come over here. So I open the zip program like WinRAR. Okay. So in this WinRAR, I go in the file and open an archive, and I go on my desktop. In desktop, I have this Stagano folder in which I have all the files. So this Stego KU stack, which is the cover object or Stego object, I open it. So as soon as I open it in the RAR file, I see this text file within this. See, while we are opening it directly without this file, we are looking at the image and there is no hidden information shown. But when we open it with the RAR file or zip file, we see that within this file, we have, see that, I can minimize it. This is the stack file, and within this file, we have another file, which is the secret message. So I can open this secret message. So my secret message is there. Secret code is this one, and my account number is this one. So this is one of the technique, and very simple, very easy. One can hide the information within another file, and that secret message can be unveiled by zipping software. So this was our first technical activity. So now you can check that the images hiding secret messages is occupying more memory space. So if you go over here and you see that it's almost very small. So both of the images, if you check the properties of first image, which is unhidden, so you find some information and some bits over there. Because we have very small message, so it looks like equal size, but if we see in the details, so their sizes will be different. So if I check the properties of second message, so see that this is 7.6, so having more bytes, few bytes more than the previous one. So this is how we can denote. And if we open them separately, so they are looking the similar images. But you know that stack, KU stack is having the secret message file embedded within this. So this is very simple form of hiding information or applying the steganography without any tool. Just with operating system command, we can merge two files. And in order, why we use the zip program? Because we can see what is hidden in that. Otherwise, we cannot see. So for looking that, we use the zip program, that the message is hidden, file is hidden. So you can put more data and more data items within the image with this simple activity. So we can repeat the activity using your own secret data and a cover file. So hide image within image, that can be using the same as I shown over here. So you can use this simple copy command with binary option for hiding the information. So this is our exercise number 1 and activity number 1. So any question up to now? That's clear to you all, I think. It's very practical. And for now, we should go for the second activity. For second activity, this is second exercise, hiding data using white space steganography, which is SNO software. So let's introduce white space steganography using SNO. So SNO exploits the steganographic nature of white spaces, SNOW. So this is short of SNO. Now this is the software already being developed. So that program is used to conceal messages in ASCII text by appending the white spaces at the end of the lines. Because spaces and tabs are generally not visible in text viewers, the message is effectively hidden from the casual observers. If the built-in encryption is used, the message cannot be read even if it is detected. So we can download SNO from this link, darkside.com.au, and SNO is available under the Apache 2.0 license since 16 June 2013. Now variants are there. Locating trailing spaces in the text is like finding a polar bear in a snowstorm. So it is very difficult. So it uses ICE, which is Information Concealment Engine encryption algorithm. It is 64-bit private key block cipher. So ICE algorithm is used, and in the traditional DES, it is used. So let's discuss what is ICE algorithm. ICE algorithm is public domain and secure, or source code can be downloaded from DarkSide and other algorithms. Source code is available. So it applies the network steganography, which describes all methods used for formatting a data over a network without it being detected. Several methods for hiding data in a network have been proposed, but the main drawback of the most of them is that they do not offer a secondary layer of protection. Simple layer of protection is there. So if steganography is detected, the data is in the plain text. So attackers use steganography to transfer sensitive information out of the target system undetected. So this is the reference for ICE algorithm. So SNO steganography, we should start the exercise. For downloading the SNO, so I have put on the link. So over here, so where was our file? This one. Yes, this one, sorry. So this is the file showing the downloaded screenshots, how you will download the SNO. So this is first exercise steps, and for second exercise steps, you can zip software. Okay, this is for the first exercise. So activity 1. So this is for the second exercise. SNO can be downloaded. So these are the screenshots. You will see this screenshot, and you can have 32-bit SNO or 64-bit SNO depending upon your system. And then you will do this exercise. So these are the screenshots I have uploaded in this link, which is shared to you. So anyhow, coming to our slides. So we use SNO steganography to hide the files and data. So hiding file using space and tabs. So requirement is the SNO, and SNO excludes the steganographic nature of white spaces, locating trailing spaces in text, like finding a polar bear in a snowstorm. So we know that it uses the ICE algorithm. So now we can create a text file and copy the Snow software, and then we will use Snow software. So let's come on the desktop. So here I open this folder and I create a new folder within this. I name it Snow. Okay. So in this folder, I create a file, which is a text file. And I name this text file as a simple message. Okay. So I open this simple message and I write some message. Hello. Yeah. Okay. How are you? This is just working as a plain message. It is not the hidden information. It is a message which will be displayed during the communication. So this is a simple message. So I save it. So this file has been created. Second thing what I do is that I go in my old data folder and go in the Snow and copy this Snow program, which is already downloaded. I copy it and then I come over here and go in the Snow folder and I just pass this Snow program in the same folder where this simple file is. So these two steps I have covered. So now, so I write the message, any message, welcome to FCITKU. So then I use this command, snow -c -m and some secret information, then -p, and there is some password, and then simple message dot text and coded message dot text. So this is having the command line interface. Now -c is used to compress. This is the optional. -m is used to specify message string to be concealed into input text file. -p is the password for encryption. So -p, then FCIT key. So this password I have said, you can use it without password. And coded message will be the resultant file that will be created and having the cover. This is the cover and this is called Stego object. So simple message, and this is the secret information which is written over in the blank. So which will be created automatically. So I go here and I just copy this command. And then I go in my command prompt and I see change the directory as Snow. I see that in this directory, let's clear the screen first. So in this directory, which is on the desktop, is Tegano and Snow. I have only one file, which is simple message text, and secondly is the Snow program executable file. These two files are available. So I pass this command. So this command is Snow -c -m, and my bank account number is this, or any secret information. P is the password, and this is the FCIT key. You can set any password, and then simple message text. Resultant will be the coded message text. So I enter. So I should check it whether it is created. No, not created, because it requires the whole command in a single line. So this is, I can maximize it. So it should be in a single line, because when I copied it was in 2 lines, so it was not accepting the complete command. Now the whole command is written in a single line. So minus C minus M and some secret information, and then minus P for the password, and this password is set, and then this is the simple data file, and then this is the message file. So we should have the same spelling of the file name, and now it is the message coming. So it has been spaced 53.22%. So extra lines were added. So compressed by 20.12%. Now I can see that whether the file has been created. Yes, the coded file has been created over here, and we can come on the desktops and we can see over here, and we can go on this now, and we can check here that coded message has been created, this file. If I open this coded message, so it will show the simple message, but this coded file is just having the secret data, which is the information which we have written on the command file, that my bank account number is this, or some secret information is there. So this second file coded message is having this. How we can verify that whether it is having this or not? So we can check. Let's see that what are the steps. So let's see the explanation. So the data, my bank account number is ABC123445, is hidden inside the coded message text with the content of simple message text. See that when we opened this, it was showing the contents of this file and not showing this secret message. So the contents of coded messages are simple text message, which was over here, plus the bank account number, which is the secret message. So now checking the message, for checking, we have to back this command, retrieving the command with the snow command minus with the same parameters, minus C uncompress. It will uncompress now because we are decoding the message, and minus P will set the password that was set FCIT key and this text file. So it will show the contents of simple message text. FCIT key is the password which was entered while hiding the data. So what I do, I again take this command, copy it. So copy this command and come in the command prompt. So again, I see the directory. So see that coded message is there, simple message is there, it's no program are there. So these are the 3 programs. So I clear a screen and so only 3 programs, 3 simple files are there. So this coded message we tried to open, but it was showing the same message which is written in the simple file. Now I pass the command over here. So snow it, and minus C minus P FCIT is the key, and this coded text. So extract the information from it. See that in the next line, my bank account number is whatever the message we have coded within this file. This is taken out from the coded message text. While we were looking at the coded message text here, so it was having just simple text, which was over here. So this content is being shown by the coded message, but nobody can see that this have some hidden information or secret information within that. So this is how a Snow program is used on the command line for hiding the information within the text, or you can also have some other information within different files. So now how to verify that? So you will open the editor for coded and see the spaces, and you can see that if you go over here, so this is the coded message I have opened in this text editor. So I will go in the edit and I will check select all. So you can see that the contents are here. It is showing only the message, which was trivial, which was simple message. And you can see the blue area, they are the trailing spaces and tabs, and that contains our secret data. But for any program or any tool, you can open it, so it will not show. So it is in the ASCII format. So message is coded over there, and you can see that by highlighting select all, we see the extra spaces, which is not visible by the program. So only it will be visible when you say select all. So you can see that some extra spaces are being there within this file, coded message file. And this is hidden information about our bank account. So this is the screenshot I have taken already. So this is the second exercise or second activity by which Snow we can have the hidden message. So it's very trivial and very simple exercises in order for clarity and comprehension for the new users and novice students. So I have selected very primitive exercises, but more deep you can do for more denser software on more activity. So this is the message and this is the trailing spaces. Now, the second task, you can use text steganography using your own sample text and cover file or audio file you can cover with that. So that's clear to you all? Okay, so should I move to the next exercise? I think exercise is quite simple. And these exercise options, I have also put the snapshots in that file. All the snapshots are here for messages to repeat this exercise. So all the snapshots with the step by step, how you will download it and how you will apply the command and what will be the screenshot. So all the things I have put in this shared file. Okay. So should I move to the next activity? I hope you are enjoying this. Okay, I come over here. Now the third exercise or the third activity we will be covering in this session will be use of the image steganography, and we use the software OpenStego. So OpenStego is another tool. Let's see the background. The terrorists know that so many different types of files can hold all sort of hidden information, and tracking or finding them can be almost impossible task. They use steganographic techniques to hide the data. This allows them to retrieve messages from their home bases and send back updates without a hint of malicious activity being detected. These messages can be placed in plain sight, and servers that supply these files will never know it. Finding these messages is like finding a proverbial needle in the World Wide Web. So small needle you can not find in a big haystack. So a professional expert or ethical hacker or penetration tester must understand how to hide data inside an image, because they are used for sending the secret messages or coded messages within the images. So hiding data inside the image using OpenStago. So in this activity, we will hide. Objective is to learn how to hide secret data in images using OpenStago. So OpenStago is Java-based application. It supports password-based encryption of data for additional layer of security. So it uses DES algorithm for data encryption in conjunction with MD5 hashing. This is hashing to derive. So let me correct this. This is a typo. DNS key from the password provided. So OpenStago hiding and extracting interface. So we first select the message. Let me show you again the downloading and installation screens of OpenStago. So in OpenStago, in the same shared file, so you can download OpenStago from this website, SourceForge.net, and this screen will come. Then you will select it, and then you will install, agree the license, and then close. So once you install, OpenStago will be there, and this will be the interface. So I have already installed this. So I just go here, run OpenStago. So this is OpenStago. So we have to select the message file and a cover file, and choose the location and name of Stago file to save. So you can save, and then you can have the hide data. So I go it, before that I make the setup. I go on the desktop. And then I go on the so many things are open. So this is my desktop, and in old data folder, I have this OpenStago, and this is KU file, and this is secret message. OpenStago software is there, so I copy this and the second secret message file, and I copy it and come in on the desktop, and on desktop we have the folder Stagano. Let's go again on the desktop. So here I create new folder. So open Stago. So I go over here and pass these two files. See that the first file is again our KU logo, and the second file holding our secret message, which may be any message. My special code is this, and my account number is this, something like that. So I have put these two files in this folder, which we have created, OpenStago. Now I come to the interface of OpenStago. We have to select the cover file, and we have to select the location, and we have to set the output file name. So I go in OpenStago. This is the interface, very simple interface. So I select the message file from here. So I go on the desktop and go in Stagano folder, go in the OpenStago folder, rightly click it. So secret message file I select over here. Then I select the cover file. So with very simple interface, I select the SKU image as a cover file, and then the output folder. So output folder, I can come over here and I can create here output folder. Output, and this folder I select as my and file name, which will hold my information. So according to the slide, the file name is KUOP steg, or any name you can give over here. So in output folder, I said that this KU steg file or output steg. Let's make the same or any name. So to distinguish that this is the output file, this will be created in result. So just I have selected the text message file, which have the secret message. I select the cover file. I can select any cover, and then the file, which is the stego file, the resultant file. Here, optional password is there. So if you apply the password, you can. So otherwise, you can just click the hide data. So when you click the hide data, it will process, and the message will come, message embedded in one cover file, 0 file error. So this is very simple tool. And in desktop, I can go from here and I can see that in OpenStego, I had created output. So this KUOP steg image file has been created. When I try to open, I do not see any message, which is secretly hidden over here. So this is a very simple exercise. Do not take much time. So I have applied the select the message file, select the cover file, then set the location to set the stego and save. I have given this name and hide. This will complete the operation. Now verifying, we have verified, we have opened it, but by opening it, nothing was there. So in output, if I open it, nothing is there, only image is shown, no hidden data is shown. Okay, now this is verified that you will see only the image contents or secret message text file embedded within this image. Now extracting, so this is very easy exercise. Again, we click the extract data by selecting this output file and select it open, an output folder extract data to save it. So confirming that message is there. So again, I go over here and then I select extract data. So input is the extracted file. I select from this, which was the output of previous step. I select this, which is the our stego object, and then for retrieving, I create, let's say, another folder which is called retrieve. I create RETREIVE, retrieve. So in this retrieve folder, I say that in this retrieve folder, the output file should be created. And then if I have set the password, I will apply the password over here. Otherwise, without password, I extract the data and the message comes that file successfully extracted from the cover file. Secret message text has been extracted. Now I come on the desktop again, see the same thing, OpenStego. There is an output folder and there is a retrieve folder. In retrieve folder, this message, secret message has been extracted. And if I open it, I can see the hidden data which was hidden through this exercise. So this is very simple exercise. So quickly we have covered, we have confirmed that message is extracted, we selected, then we have hidden, make them hidden, then we verified in JPG, no data was showing, then we extracted through the tool and confirm this. So this is very simple tool. So task 3 to extract the secret data and cover file. So you can use password for hiding and unhiding data. So this is very primitive tool for basic exercises and comprehension of steganography, and digital watermarking can also be done with this. So the next tool is a bit bigger tool, but very simple. So we can go to the next exercise. If you like, should we move to the next exercise? Okay. Yes, the last exercise. Activity 4. So this is our fourth exercise or fourth activity. So we use a different tool, which is Quick Crypto. So in Quick Crypto, let's see some intro of the Quick Crypto. It is a best breed security software product. It is quick, both through its advanced computer software design, which allows it to rapidly execute complex security processes. It is very easy to use. Quick Crypto offers easy to use strong encryption software that is designed to hide the complexity of encryption and provide extreme ease of use, provide encryption software on which one can trust. So it allows secure single or multiple file, folders, subfolders, passwords, emails quickly and easily. It performs more operations with a single mouse click within the familiar Windows style Explorer views. It conceals sensitive data, text and files of any type into innocent carrier files like JPG, BMP, or other web files. It offers blended encrypted files and messages into many other files. So executing Quick Crypto. So this will be the interface. So again, I want to show you the uploaded file. Here we have the detailed steps. So in Quick Crypto, you will have this website and you will download Quick Crypto and sign for the license. And then there will be step of installations. All the screenshots are shown over here, step by step. So after installation, you will have this Quick Crypto interface, and then you can do the exercise. So this is Quick Crypto interface. So we can click Stego. Before that, I go on the desktop and I create another folder here for our Quick Crypto exercise. Quick Crypto. So this folder, and again, I can send this KU the same file as a cover file or this within this folder. Okay. So in desktop, so I go over here and write Quick Crypto. I have installed. This is the key version. When I install it, warning. Okay. So this is warning. You can skip, and then you can click here to continue this over here. And here are various operations for cryptology, monitoring, passive file, self descriptor. So a lot of things are there. Data forensic is there, system tray is there. So these operations you can use. So here we will use the Stego. So Stego option, just click Stego. So when I click the Stego, there are options, and then these options also have the simple windows over here. So this is the source or picture carrier file, and this is for the text, and this is for steganography and cryptography. We can apply, we can select the hide and can purge that. So we can edit the data from its interface. So first I select the open text and I go on the desktop, and again I go on the Stegano and I choose this file, secret message, which was previously there. So I open it. So this message is shown over here. Then I select from here sound or video file or image file. So we can open this. So again, I can select this Stego or any other image you like. If you have different images, so for example, in open Stego, we have another. This is the same image, or I can find in the pictures. Is there any? So there may be different images. Okay, let's select the same image because there will be a lot of things there. Okay, so in Instagram, I select the same. See that it is displaying the cover file as well as it's displaying the secret message. You can edit this and copy this message, or you can edit the information, copy or paste or clear the message. No hidden information found in this file KU JPG. So this is our JPG. Then I apply the hide data. It will give the message hiding the data will override the currently selected included selected hidden file. You may wish to back up for this, and you can cancel. I click yes. So when I click yes, the hidden data is being done with this file. Okay, so now we can encrypt it. The text message has been hidden in the current file KU JPG. So the KU JPG which we selected, in the same file, the message has been, we can copy file and then we can put in OpenStago. So sorry, this is quick crypto folder. So copy of KU having hidden data. I change the name in order to recognize. Save. Now I can see that within this and within quick crypto. So this is the file, and when I open it, I do not see any hidden thing, but this file is copy of this file and looking like same, but it is having the hidden data within that or steganographic data. So now in order to retrieve it again with this interface, we can get the data. I can click, I can clear all the information, and I can just get the data. And getting the data first, okay, I open, first I have to clear this information and open file. Now I open file with quick crypto and this copy of KU. So this is loaded and automatically this data is loaded from this. So you can get the data and you can save the data anywhere. So this is simple exercise. The fourth exercise, OpenStago, then file to be hidden, click yes, the message will be there and we will get the data and then we can save the data. So this is our fourth exercise, very simple exercise. So then you can have various methods and options for crypto tool to hide and hide data, image, audio, video files, and apply cryptography, steganography, cryptanalysis, stack analysis on your organizational data. So another thing, so these exercises, you can repeat task 1, 2, 3, 4 and activity 1, 2, 3, 4. I have shown to you. So before summarizing, there is another thing which I want to disclose that is called stack analysis. And that is only the stack analysis which reveals you that is there some data hidden in particular file or is there no data hidden. So there are some online tools, very good tools, and some offline tools which do the stack analysis. So in last semester, I did one course for this, and then I just, let me close the folders which are unnecessary. I hope all the exercises are interesting, simple, and easy to adopt. So we have related stuff. So stack analysis activity. So in this file I haven't shared, but this was not the topic of today's workshop. you can recover from this website. So this was exercise I had given in that time. So let me show you, because we have plenty of time. So I thought that I should show this exercise, which is much interesting. So if I go over this site, so this is, you can choose different file and you can encode the data, and you can choose, for example, from the desktop, I go in the folder and I choose this file and I see that data is there, our original is there, and then I can encode with some message from here. Let's say this is the message, so I encode here. So this message, that it will show the binary representation of this, and normalize, and then hidden file. Both are compared. This is one online tool, and we can decode. We choose the data and take this one, and we can decode it, and it is showing that hidden message also over here. This is stack analysis. So it is showing the binary version of this. So another thing is that another website is there, which is text compare. So it has a lot of options. This is online tool for stack analysis. So I go over here. Let's say I put this tool over here. This is, so now here we can load both the files. For example, I choose the file, and this is the original file, and this is the inside of this file, binary information, and this is the data within that. And on the right panel, I can choose the second file, which is having the embedded message. So if I choose, I can see that number of lines or start data is different after some lines. If you see the end of the file, you will see different. It has 66. The original file has 66 lines, and the other file has 63 lines. So you can see that this data is embedded within this file. Sorry, this is over here at line number 63, but here we have 66 line. So this is online tool to detect the binary information, and you can also find here different option. So first you can see the text difference and image difference. Two tools are there. So you can see that image difference. Text difference is this comparison tool. So here you can load both the file. Like first file is loaded over here, second file is loaded over here, which is the Stego file. So it loaded, and then you can come down and you can see the text difference. Both files have been chosen. So you can read the result, find difference. So in find difference, a lot of inline difference. You can see that it is highlighting the difference between these two files. Or you can save for analysis and ignore trimming and ignore all inline difference. You can make this, it will show the difference of these files. So this is very good tool, and you can show the image difference. So this is for stack analysis. A lot of tools are available. For the time being, I think I should go for the summary. So it is the technique. for hiding information and objects. Simplest form is text. Having advanced image and audio video file. Key is optional, Stego key. 4 difference method and 3 softwares, Snow, OpenStego, and Quick Crypto are experienced. For practical steganography, hiding secret information is applied under cover objects. It supports password-based encryption or addition layer. So finally, I think we completed earlier. So we have time. You can ask the question. Yes, any question from the audience? I hope you enjoyed the session. Additionally, I have shown 2 websites for stack analysis, which was not in our agenda, but in order to clarify, so recovering, finding where the hidden information is. So there are tools available. This thing is called stack analysis, as we have discussed in session 1. Yes, any question? So I have chosen very simple exercises, but if you go in advance, different tools have various mechanisms. And there are also some programming tools which can apply the image steganography through tools and retrieve the information. But main thing is that you must know how the information has been hidden within certain data item. If you don't know, then you cannot extract. And there are some hex map in the same website which I have shown. There are some hex map analysis which will show the hex code of any file, and through that you can create the different graphs to show the pattern of the file, and due to difference in the pattern, one can detect that there is some information hidden. Yes, please. I am waiting for your good questions. Yes, you can. I have shown you exercise to hide in the picture. I think Dr. Iman will manage, and she will upload the recording on YouTube as being done with the previous sessions. Is that okay? Is that correct, Dr. Iman?
Yes, doctor. We upload it to our YouTube channel. Please follow our Twitter account where we announce when we upload the video to Twitter. Here is the Twitter account link.
Okay, link is shared by Dr. Iman, and I'm thankful to her for managing, and I'm thankful to Cybersecurity Club for giving me chance to present some interesting information. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and something new may have been learned by you.
Thank you very much for your time and effort, Doctor, and thanks to everyone who attended today. And with that, I think we can close and enjoy our evenings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for attending and bearing with me.
Thank you very much.
So, interesting is that there is no question. Okay, should I leave I am leaving the session and closing the meeting.